Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Ken here, and this is not going to be a long show today. It just isn't. I'm right in the middle of editing a bunch of videos from the Writing Madly weekend that we did just last weekend. And I was overwhelmed by a piece of advice that I have for you today, that this is going to hurt some people. This is not going to be comfortable. I'm going to just tell you this right up front, but it's necessary. So the big question is this: how is a tiny percentage of entrepreneurs blow the pack away? What are they doing that we're not? I asked myself that question for 10 years. I was failing forward and getting sick of it. I wanted to build a coaching business, but couldn't make any headway. So I started studying it. I realized that the world's most elite marketers, entrepreneurs, and gurus were all using the same 4-step system. I call it the authority factor. On the show, I'm going to prove to you that the authority factor worked for them and it'll work for you. My name is Ken Dunn. Let's get started. I have to take you back about 2 years to a student that I had join one of my programs. And this is not going to be believable for some people. I'm just going to tell you that right up front. I have a program where I teach people how to build online courses, and I had a student join my program, and I'm going to not give you too much detail on him in order to protect him, but I've said him already, so I got to be very careful. He was building a weight loss coaching business, and he was easily 150 pounds overweight. And I struggled for about 2 months working with this guy, trying to, say in the politest way possible, you got to lose weight. You've got to lose weight. You've got to do this yourself. And I guess I kind of, in a way, I'm hoping that this show actually reaches him, because that's the reality. Look, I'm taking you on a journey where I want to walk you through every single thing that I know about building a coaching business. And I am... One of the pieces of advice that I got in the early days from multiple different sources is this very simple statement: you have to make sure the framework works for you. Listen, let me explain this. If you're following along with this series, then you're eventually, if you haven't already, you're going to come across all the videos and all the trainings where I talk about building your client journey, understanding really, really clearly who your ideal client is and what's the journey that you're going to take them on. What are the steps, the logical steps, the order that they need to learn, not the way it happened to you, because you've learned things since then that have kind of reordered the way you think about things. You took the painful route. If you lay out this journey the way it happened to you, you're taking people through a whole bunch of pain. The idea of being a great coach is understanding that because of your years of learning, your years of trial and error, you looked back at the journey and you realized, well, shit, if I had gone this way instead of that, I would have saved 3 years here. And over here, if I had gone that way instead of this, I would have saved another 2 years. So what you do is you literally go back through your entire experience and you say, okay, what is the fastest way? Based on everything that I've learned, that becomes the framework. It was Russell Brunson that first introduced me to this term, and it's freaking brilliant. It exactly describes it. It's the framework for what you're going to teach other people, but there is a problem with a framework. It has to be tested and true. The framework has to be tested and true. What do I mean by that? Before you start scaling a coaching business, before you start making a bunch of money and helping other people, once you know that exact journey that you're going to take somebody on, you have to go do it. You've got to prove that it's going to work for yourself. You have to be an example of the result you're going to give to other people using that exact system. And friends, you would not believe the amount of coaches that ignore that one piece. You would not believe the amount of coaches that decide for people. They're not even coaches, really. I don't think a coach is based on the certification you get or the schooling that you've been through. You're a coach if you care so deeply about other people that you can't get to sleep at night. You are shaken all night thinking about the help you want to give other people. And it is so important to you that you give people help and advice that really, really works, that you need to go out and prove it for yourself. And that proof is the most important part. That proof, it's crucial. So before you start trying to figure out how to make money teaching other people, go do that thing yourself and make sure that the framework works. So now here's the thing I want to make sure you understand. I'm not talking about the fact that you've already gone through it all in order to get to where you are. Once you've built the journey, the framework, do it yourself. I'm writing a book called Get Paid Helping Others right now, which is like the entire journey that I went on. But more importantly, it's the simple 4-step system that somebody needs to take to go out and make significant amounts of money helping other people. It's based on 20 years that I've been building this business, including the 8 years where I didn't make a dime. So now that I've got the framework figured out, you can see there's the new spreadsheet right there. I'm building a spreadsheet right now, right from scratch on this 4-step system with the latest information. And guess what I'm going to do? As I'm writing the book, as I'm building the new online course, I'm going to go out there and prove the framework. That means I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to rebuild my entire business using this exact process. Why? It's because I need to be able to stand up to it. I need to be able to prove that this works in its current format or iteration. That's what you need to do too. That is probably, friends, it's going to build your belief in what you're doing. It's going to build your confidence in what you're doing. It's going to give you this posture with other people. But if you don't do the thing yourself in the framework order, in other words, the way you've set it up, then how do you know it's really going to work for others?
Hey friends, it's Ken. Thanks for being here with me today. Listen, if you enjoyed the show, make sure you follow it. You know what? Like, I'm going to promise to give you amazing content all the time. You just have to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, put my content in your life, and I guarantee you're going to save yourself a lot of time and trouble. Hey, and on that topic, if you're following me, you're a coach, a consultant, you're somebody that wants to build an online business, helping other people accomplish something you've already done. And I want to give you the fast track. I've been studying the art of building an online coaching business for 20 years, and I've invested millions of dollars with some of the biggest coaches in the world. And you know what I found? They were all following the exact same system. It's a framework that I call the authority factor. It's a 4-step system that I want to share with you. And if you follow this system, I can't even begin to tell you what the future has in store for you. But I can promise you this one thing: you're going to get paid helping others. So go to authorityfactor.info. I put the information in the notes below. It's an amazing online live workshop that I'm doing right now, and I'm going to show you exactly how to build a coaching business the fastest way possible, with the most revenue, and avoiding the most mistakes.